So we are in Snowdonia. We are camping, doing a bit of wild camping and landscape photography. We are actually, I'll show you where we are. So we're just camping up by Tryfan. Here's Tryfan behind me, and our campsite I'll show you in a minute. We've actually arrived a little bit later than we'd hoped, so we seem to have just lost the best of the light as it was coming down in behind the clouds, but we've still got another 15 minutes or so before sunset, so we're just going to head up to the top of Glider 4 or Glider Fac, I can't remember which one, just to see what we can get. Okay, so we haven't quite made it to the top, unfortunately. We did lose the lights. We were just a little bit too late. But I've got a shot here which I'm going to try and take. So it's quite moody. We've got the clouds have come down really low. The clouds do seem to have obscured the top of Tryfan, unfortunately. But I'm going to try and work with that. So we're going to do a series of portrait shots and stitch those together as a panoramic. And the other thing I'm going to do is just bracket those shots as well. So hopefully what that will enable me to do is, by blending the exposures in Photoshop, we'll be able to just drag some of the highlights out of the clouds and just try and make the most of those shots. So as the night closed in, it was time to get back to camp, get some food on and open the hip flask. We did manage to get a few extra shots though before we lost the light. So it is morning now, and we've woken, well, I've woken up. Hannah probably hasn't woken up yet. She's not a morning person. So we've made the quick hike up, slightly lower than we were last night. Amazing sunset this morning. Unfortunately, there were quite a few other amazing sunrise this morning. Unfortunately, there are quite a few other campers around, and as this is the first time I've done a vlog, I was far too scared to do any of this silly malarkey in front of them. So just to let you know the settings. So what I'm planning to do is I'm hoping to get both a portrait photo of the mountain, and then I'll also do a series of panoramics. So once again, level tripod. I'm bracketing exposures again, just to cover all my bases. Whether or not I use all of those exposures is another matter. I've also got a polarizer filter on just to try and bring out some of the definition in the sky a little bit. I might take that off as well and do a series without that, just because, I don't know, so over where our tent is, we've got this little tarn and it's just catching the light quite nicely, so I'd quite like to get that in there as well. So I do some without the polarizer as well. But yeah, so at the moment we are ISO 100. We've got a, where are we? 2-second exposure. Again, as I say, we've bracketed that, one stop either side. I'm going to go ahead and take photos. Okay, so we've just packed up tent and we're going to head off now. Just going to do a short little hike back to the car. We won't go back the same way we came. We thought we'd head back along the ridge, get a nice view of Snowdon. The weather's closed in a little bit, so it's now raining slightly. It's not too bad, but the sky's looking quite grey, so I'm not sure whether we'll get any decent photographs, but we'll have a nice walk anyway, so yeah, we'll see how we get on. So we are now in Devil's Kitchen. It's a pretty steep descent here, but it's all good fun. We had fun getting down off the top of the mountain earlier, quite a steep descent. I was just popping down here, and we just saw sort of a bit of cliff behind me, and I thought this would make a really good composition. So we've got ISO 100, aperture is down to f13, and I've actually got a polarizer on there, so I'm going to try and see if we can get that dark sky look with the polarizer. Yep, so it is f13, 0.5 of a second exposure. Second delay. So after taking the final shot in Devil's Kitchen, it was time to get home. So here's a quick recap of the photos we managed to get from the trip. So if you've enjoyed this video, please remember to hit like below and subscribe to the channel. You can follow us on Instagram, and also please visit my website at www.sambos.com. Take care, and we'll see you soon.